Beer is one of the oldest and most widely consumed beverages in the world. From crisp lagers to hoppy IPAs and smooth stouts, beer has earned a permanent place in human culture, whether it's at a backyard barbecue, a stadium, or a quiet evening inn. But behind every refreshing pint lies an epic journey involving farms, fields, and giant machines that help bring it all to life. While breweries often get the spotlight, it's farmers and their incredible arsenal of monster machines who provide the essential ingredients that make beer possible. Barley, hops, wheat, corn, and even rice play crucial roles in the brewing process, and harvesting these crops on a massive scale requires serious horsepower. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into how modern farmers use cutting-edge, beastly machinery to grow and harvest the raw materials that power the global beer industry. The farming foundation of beer? Before we get into the machinery, it's important to understand the core ingredients in beer. Most beers are made from 4 primary components. Water. The majority of beer, 90–95%, is water, but mineral content impacts flavor. Barley, or other grains, provides fermentable sugars and contributes to flavor, color, and mouthfeel. Hops. Adds bitterness, aroma, and acts as a natural preservative. Yeast converts sugars into alcohol and CO2 during fermentation. Grains like barley, wheat, corn, and rice are cultivated across the United States in vast fields that stretch for miles. Hops, on the other hand, are primarily grown in cooler, moist regions like the Pacific Northwest. And in each of these agricultural operations, massive, specialized machinery plays a vital role. Planting the seeds of beer, precision machinery at work. Everything begins with planting. Grain farming today is highly optimized using GPS-guided seed drills and planters that allow farmers to sow thousands of acres with minimal waste and perfect spacing. For barley, one of the most commonly used grains in beer, timing is crucial. It is often planted in early spring using air seeders, monster machines that can sow seeds evenly across 40-foot wider fields at speeds up to 8–10 EMFs. These seeders are pulled by tractors weighing over 20,000 pounds, such as the John Deere 9RX or Case IH Steiger Quadtrac, which can deliver up to 600+ horsepower. Using real-time GPS, satellite imagery, and variable rate technology, these machines automatically adjust seeding rates based on soil type, moisture, and topography, ensuring maximum yield with minimal input. For hop farmers, the planting process is more specialized. Hop rhizomes are typically planted in rows supported by tall trellis systems, sometimes reaching up to 18 feet. Heavy-duty post drivers and augers are used to construct these systems, while planters equipped with hydraulic arms place rhizomes at uniform intervals. Crop care, fertilizing and protecting the fields. Once the seeds are planted, the next phase is nurturing the crops. Farmers use self-propelled sprayers like the John Deere R445 or Case Patriot 4440, which can cover hundreds of acres per day, applying fertilizers, fungicides, and herbicides. With massive booms extending up to 120 feet, these monster machines resemble alien spacecraft gliding over the crops. Advanced sprayers are fitted with precision nozzles for targeted applications, sensors and cameras to detect plant health, telemetry systems for remote operation and data tracking. These machines help keep barley and wheat fields free from pests, diseases, and nutrient deficiencies, all of which can impact the quality of malt used in beer. Hop fields require a slightly different set of tools. Since hops grow vertically, farmers use specialized boom lifts and narrow track tractors to spray vines up to 18 feet tall. These machines have elongated arms that reach over the rows without damaging the plants. Irrigation systems, quenching the thirst of the fields. Growing beer crops also demands smart irrigation. In dry regions like Idaho, Montana, and Oregon, where much of America's barley and hops are grown, farmers rely on center pivot irrigation systems to deliver water efficiently across giant circular fields. These gigantic rotating machines can stretch over a quarter-mile in length and irrigate hundreds of acres at a time. Controlled by GPS and remote software, they adjust water output based on soil moisture sensors and crop needs. This ensures uniform growth and prevents water waste, a crucial factor in sustainable beer farming. Some high-tech farms also use drip irrigation systems underground, especially in hop yards. These systems are often monitored via drone-based imaging and moisture sensors to maximize efficiency. Harvesting the grains, the beast machines in action. When harvest season arrives, farmers roll out the true giants of agriculture, combine harvesters. These multi-million-dollar machines are the backbone of grain harvesting and are responsible for gathering millions of tons of barley and wheat that feed the beer industry. Top models like the Claas Lexion 8900, John Deere X9 1100, or New Holland CR 10.9 are engineering marvels. Up to 700 horsepower, 45 to 60-foot header, built-in grain tanks that hold up to 18,000 pounds, onboard yield monitors and moisture sensors. As the combine moves through the field, it cuts the grain, threshes it to separate kernels from the chaff, and collects it in a storage bin. Once full, the combine unloads its cargo into grain carts pulled by tractors like the Fendt 1000 Vario or Case IH Magnum 400, which ferry the grain to waiting trucks or silos. A single modern combine can harvest over 300 acres per day, helping bring in barley crops just in time for malting. Hop harvesting, a different kind of monster. Hops are harvested in an entirely different but equally massive fashion. Hop harvesting involves cutting down vines and stripping the cones, the flower part of the plant used in beer, using a series of machines. The process starts with hop vine harvesters such as the Wolf Harvester series or mechanized picker tractors. These machines drive down rows, snipping vines at the base and pulling them from their trellises. Next, the vines are fed into a stationary picker machine, often located at the edge of the field or in a nearby facility. These massive units strip the cones from the vine using thousands of rotating fingers, belts, and blowers. Once picked, the hops are cleaned and sorted using vibratory screens and airflow separator. Kiln dried in towering dryers using forced heated air to remove moisture. Baled or pelletized and then vacuum sealed for storage and shipment. Hops must be processed quickly, usually within 24 hours of picking, to preserve their flavor and aroma. The machines used for this are large, complex, and expensive, often housed in facilities that resemble small factories. Transportation, moving the harvest to malt houses and breweries. Once harvested and processed, the ingredients must be moved to the next stage in the beer-making chain. Farmers rely on a fleet of semi-trucks, grain haulers, and refrigerated trailers to get the grains and hops to malt houses and breweries. For barley and wheat, trucks carry the grains to malting facilities where the grains are steeped in water, germinated, and kilned to convert starches into fermentable sugars. From there, they're bagged or bulk loaded and shipped to breweries. For hops, timing and temperature are everything. Fresh hops are often shipped in vacuum-sealed, nitrogen-flushed bags and kept cold to preserve their volatile oils. The trucks used in this supply chain include refrigerated 18-wheelers and custom storage containers designed for humidity and light control, supporting the craft beer boom. The rise of the craft beer industry has transformed how farmers grow and sell beer ingredients. Craft breweries prioritize quality, unique flavors, and sustainability, and they're willing to pay a premium for specialized grains and hops. To meet these demands, farmers have turned to custom grain varieties like Maris Otter or Golden Promise barley, experimental hop strains bred for citrus, tropical, or pine notes, small batch malting and on-farm processing facilities. And the monster machines used on these farms are evolving too. Smaller, modular combines, specialty harvesters, and mobile hop dryers are helping smaller farms keep up with the fast-pacing world of craft brewing. In regions like Yakima Valley and Dreyer Valley ID, farm cooperatives and breweries work hand in hand. Breweries often schedule visits during harvest to select specific lots of hops or grains, sometimes even creating fresh hop beers from crops picked that same day. Technology meets tradition. Despite the heavy reliance on large machines, beer farming is not just about brute strength. It's also about precision, data, and timing. Today's farms are wired with sensors, software, and real-time analytics. Drones scan fields to spot disease or uneven growth. AI-powered planting tools optimize seed placement. Cloud-based platforms track input costs, yields, and weather patterns. Self-driving tractors work around the clock during busy harvest seasons. Farmers now operate their monster machines from climate-controlled cabs equipped with touchscreens, satellite maps, and live telemetry. It's high-tech agriculture designed to produce high-quality beer. The economic engine of beer farming. The beer industry contributes over $330 billion, 0 cents to the U.S. economy annually, and much of that starts on the farm. More than 135,000 farms across the U.S. grow beer ingredients, with barley alone accounting for nearly 3 million acres of cropland. States like North Dakota, Idaho, Montana, and Colorado are major barley producers, while Washington, Oregon, and Idaho dominate hop production. Together, these states support thousands of jobs in farming, equipment manufacturing, transportation, and processing. With every new brewery that opens, over 9,500 and counting, demand for high-quality ingredients grows. Farmers using monster machines are at the very heart of this booming ecosystem. Challenges and the road ahead. Despite the success, beer farming faces some challenges. Climate change threatens crop yields through droughts, floods, and heat waves. Soil degradation from overuse of chemicals affects long-term productivity. Labor shortages and rising fuel costs impact both machinery operations and transport. In response, many farmers are investing in regenerative agriculture, renewable energy-powered machinery, and automation to future-proof their operations. The trend toward local sourcing also encourages smaller farms to embrace innovative machinery scaled to their needs. The next time you raise a cold glass of beer, remember that it's not just a product of brewing genius. It's also the result of massive agricultural machines rumbling through the fields, sowing, nurturing, harvesting, and processing the crops that give beer its soul. From towering combines that chew through golden barley fields to robotic harvesters snipping hop vines under the sun, the beer industry depends on a fleet of machines as impressive as the drink itself. Farmers, armed with cutting-edge technology and generations of experience, are truly the unsung heroes behind every pint. So here's to them and their monster machines for fueling one of the world's most beloved beverages.